Teddy Bridgewater threw 2 touchdown passes in his first start in place of Drew Brees. Here is Sean Payton speaking in the postgame. Do we have Payton? One.
Shoot, our quarterback meeting last night, Teddy changed it up. I texted Drew. I said, we're changing everything up now, And he called right away. I said, we're eating earlier than we ate before. And I was proud of the way he played. He's someone, if you really follow his career, he's kind of won wherever he's been. At a young age in Minnesota, he played this very same team on the road back in Minnesota in the playoffs in a game they very well should have won, if not for the field goal. So, he did that today.
Yeah, that was that game back in the day where I think it was like 0 degrees, crazy weather. It's when Minnesota was building their new stadium. They were outside. Vikings miss a game-winning kick. Next year, Bridgewater gets hurt. And it's been a crazy path that has led him back to this moment. But this moment is that Teddy Bridgewater just handed the Seahawks their first September home loss in the Pete Carroll era. What a job by this entire Saints team. We're going to talk about a lot this Monday morning.
Seattle had been 15-0 at home since September of 2010.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we said it was going to be so hard to win up there. And the Saints haven't done well up there, and yet the entire team showed up when they had to.
Joe Burrow and the 4th-ranked LSU football team continue to set records as the Tigers defeated Vanderbilt 66-38 Saturday afternoon in Nashville. Tigers scored the most points against a conference opponent in regulation in school history as Burrow and wide receiver Jamar Chase torched Vanderbilt's defense. Here's Burrow talking about his top wide receiver from Saturday.
Yeah, he was all right today, wasn't he? Yeah, that's one of the better performances I've seen. Nobody could cover him all day, and he was getting open on just about every play. So I was happy for him to have that kind of game.
He was all right today. Yeah, I'd say so, Joe.
Not all good news for the LSU wide receivers. Terrace Marshall suffered a foot injury during Saturday's game that required surgery. He's already had that surgery, announced via Twitter on Sunday that surgery went well and that he'll be back soon. LSU's on a bye this weekend, returns to action on October 5th in Tiger Stadium against Utah State.
Yeah, LSU's roster right now is being tested injury-wise, and thus far it's holding up. The roster building, the development, it's a credit to that staff. That said, this bye week could not come at a better time. The schedule really lining up nicely for LSU. The thing about Marshall, man, is you would hate it for anybody. I hate it especially for him. He dealt with the injury senior year of high school, wasn't healthy last year, finally gets healthy, having an unreal year, and now he's got to overcome this latest batch of adversity.
Ogeron on the bye.
I think it's perfect. Yeah, I think it's perfect. We're not going to hit much next week. We have a regular open day just like we've had every time we're here. We won't have the Tiger Bowl until the next weekend. But we have 3 good days of practice. The guys are going to have off Sunday and Monday. We'll come back to work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They can go home for the weekend. They have been over the weekend. Come back Sunday night at 10 to get ready for Utah State.
LSU's offense has scored 231 points through the first 4 games of the season, which sets an SEC record, a conference record, not Tim Tebow's, Urban Meyer's offense, not Johnny Manziel and Cliff Kingsbury's offense, Steve Spurrier and Danny Werfel. None of those offenses have scored more points than LSU has through the first 4 games of the season. Pretty crazy to say out loud.
No other team in the country has scored more points than LSU has through 4-game season. They currently lead the nation at 57.5 points per game. That's the reality we currently occupy.
LSU remains at number 4 in the AP Top 25, number 5 in the coaches poll after Saturday's win versus Vanderbilt. 3-star defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins from Marrero down at John Ehret High School announced this weekend that he had decommitted from LSU's class of 2020. NFL scores from the weekend. The Rams beat the Browns last night 20-13. I would fire Freddie Kitchens this morning. I mean, did you see the Browns offense, what they run with that amount of talent? I asked the question last night on Twitter, and I'm getting great reaction from it. Is Baker Mayfield any good?
Yes, Baker is good. Freddie Kitchens is not good. No, I didn't get to watch last night's game. I was running Dead Minds and WoW Classic, but it's not a good box score for Baker. 50%, and I don't know, man. Maybe I just suck at evaluating quarterbacks. I told you, we've been talking about this the other day. I've been going wrong at every turn. I was week 1. I'm sitting there with my boys watching Red Zone, talking about wait for the fourth quarter. That's when you're going to see Baker. Wait for the fourth, and it just has not come to fruition just yet.
4 chances inside the 10 to score 1 touchdown to get the win last night. They don't get a yard.
Gross.
2 timeouts. Jarvis had 3 catches for 62 yards. Odell had 6 catches, 56. Throw him a screen. Jeez. Bills beat the Bengals 21-17.
Or how about this? Don't run a draw on 4th and 9.
In your own territory.
It's a bold move, Freddie.
Trey White had a tackle
So
for
fat.
loss, and a pass defense. Cowboys beat the Dolphins 31-6. Davin Godchall had 4 tackles. Packers beat the Broncos 27-16. Colts beat the Falcons 27-24. Deion Jones had 9 tackles, 7 of them solo. He had 1 pass defense and 2 tackles for loss.
Deion's
Tyrann
trying
Mathieu-
his hardest, man. ATL just can't get it done.
Tyrann Mathieu had 2 solo tackles as the Chiefs beat the Ravens 33-28. New Orleans misses Mark Ingram. Ingram was a beast in that game for Baltimore. Minnesota beat the Raiders 34-14. Daniil Hunter, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 1 solo tackle, and a QB hit. Patriots beat the Jets 30-14. Jamal Adams had a pick 6 and 3 tackles. Panthers beat the Cardinals 38-20. Eric Reed had 6 solo tackles, 1 tackle for loss.
And say his name. Say his name.
Dante Jackson, highlight yesterday. 5 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 leaping grab. That's all over the highlights here on Monday morning.
Ooh, it's all aging so well. Like
Another
a
one
fine,
for you.
Like a fine wine.
Pour another glass here. The Giants beat the Bucks yesterday, 32-21. Russell Shepard had a catch for 6 yards. Kevin Minner had 3 tackles, but your boy Danny Longbaugh.
Yeah. I'm not going to take credit for this one, though, because
I'd be running a victory lap if I was you.
Well, no, I never actually. My belief in Daniel Jones was always sarcastic and tinged with humor, and I thought it was a big
Start to own it
joke.
now.
And I mean, Jesus, dude, he's doing
player.
really good. He looks
He's a
great.
stud, man.
He looks like Eli Manning, just injected with more athleticism and good
Turned the
Eli.
corner on an
I mean,
NFL field yesterday.
Yeah, so shout out to Danny Deep Ball. Go DJ.
49ers beat Pittsburgh 24-20. Quan had 7 tackles. Tonight, Monday Night Football, Bears in Washington taking on the Darius Geisless
I was about to say,
Redskins.
yeah.
Those are your
We
headlines.
didn't really talk about that, man. Terrible break for
It is.
Geis recently.
It is.
Tore meniscus. At what point do you start questioning this? And I know in elements it's football, but this Redskins training staff, this medical staff, doesn't seem to be doing Darius Geis any favors.
Yeah, we didn't mention it in the Chiefs game. Darrell Williams looked great.
Pretty
for
ice
Kansas
the
City.
game.
Yes, he looked fantastic for Kansas City yesterday.
Love it, man. You want to talk about a blue-collar running back. Darrell Williams is probably first among that crew.